Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this amazing, super quick, super affordable makeup look. It's so natural looking, it's not too cakey or heavy, like I can't tell. I'm wearing makeup on my face, obviously my eyes have mascara on and stuff, but like it just feels very healthy and natural. It doesn't feel too cakey or too much, it's just very nice and effortless. By the way, I did delete this intro clip, the outro clip, and like one of the last clips, so that's why I look different. It was 2 different days, but yeah, my bad. But the whole tutorial is intact now, so I hope you guys like it, and let's just get started. So the first thing I'm putting on my face is this Almay Smart Shade Matching Makeup. This is in 100 Light. This is the lightest shade, and honestly, it is a little dark for me, but I love this product because it is so easy. So I basically take maybe around that much or so. I always kind of go back and will add a little bit more, you know, just in case if I feel like I missed a spot. And my hands are completely washed, and all I do is just kind of put this on my face randomly and then just blend it in with my hands. I love how easy this product is. This gives you a lot of nice coverage, but it's nothing too heavy. So I think this is perfect for a makeup beginner, someone in middle school, someone in high school, college. Honestly, it's just super fast and easy, and like my skin's already completely blended out. But I do like to add a little bit on my neck just because the shade, like I said, is a little dark for me. So I think if you are maybe a little bit lighter than me, you probably couldn't get away with this shade, but definitely try it out if you think you could. That is my foundation layer. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Rimmel Hide the Blemish Concealer, and this is perfect if you are someone who doesn't want to wear foundation and just wants a little bit of coverage. This is so fast, so creamy. I literally love this. So I just put this on any area that I want maybe a little bit of a highlight or to cover some redness. Honestly, this is so creamy. I can't speak highly enough about this, so I would recommend this to anyone, honestly. This is in the shade Ivory. I think that is the lightest shade, and it blends like a dream. I love this. And obviously with this makeup tutorial, you don't have to do everything that I'm doing. You can, you know, maybe skip the BB cream, then just do the concealer, or don't do the concealer and just do the BB cream, or no skin makeup, only eye makeup, or vice versa, you know? So definitely do whatever you feel would be the best, and I'm only using my fingers for this too. I do have a few eyeshadow brushes I'm gonna use, but other than that, like all the face makeup basically is with my fingers. This concealer is just incredible. It brightens up, but I don't have to use a million concealers to get this effect. It's literally just one, and it's so creamy, so easy. I love this. Now for all of my powders today that I'm using on my face, I'm using one brush, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my middle school makeup tutorial a few years ago. This is the e.l.f. complexion brush. This is the perfect brush to do a complete full face. You only need this brush. I'm just going to set my skin with the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. This is what it looks like. Mine is in the shade Natural. And I'm just putting this all over my skin. Even though I do have dry skin, I do like to set my foundation most of the time. It just helps everything to stay on a little bit longer. Plus, if you do have oily skin, this powder helps you stay matte, so it's perfect. After we set our face, I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is insane. This is in the shade Sun Bronze, and this is so pigmented as you can see, so don't go crazy unless if you want to, but just know that it is very pigmented. And all I'm going to do is just bronze up my forehead. These are all products that I feel like are pretty goof proof, honestly. This is pigmented, but if you don't go too crazy, it should be okay. I'm just putting it lightly on my cheekbones. This won't really contour necessarily because there is a little bit of a shimmer in this, but it will just kind of bronze you up a bit. It just looks like a natural glow compared to completely sculpted, which it's a nice look to be like completely sculpted, but sometimes you just want to look a little bit more natural. I just realized I'm using a lot of Rimmel products in here, but I just genuinely enjoy their products and they're very inexpensive. The next thing I'm going to do is use my e.l.f. eyelid primer. This is I think $2, so it's really great. And I don't have crazy oily eyelids. If you do, you might want to use something that's a little bit more intense, but if you have normal, dry, combination skin, you probably could get away with using this inexpensive primer. All primers do is just smooth out the eyelids, kind of maybe give it a little bit of coverage, and this just gets your eyes ready for eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in now and use a blush. I don't know why, but I like to just have my primer sit for a few seconds. Call me crazy, I don't know. This is the Mellow Mauve blush from e.l.f. Any e.l.f. blushes honestly are really nice. This one is just a super nice mauve-y, obviously berry natural shade, and it's perfect. And with this brush, it just makes it look so natural, and I just love that. Just gives your cheeks a nice flush. If you have a darker skin tone, this might not show up on you, but if you're around my shade, this is perfect. And you can just apply as little or as much as you want. And e.l.f. has a bunch of different blush shades, so if this is too light for you, you can definitely find the right shade for you. Lastly, for our face makeup, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana highlighter. All of these products are just so affordable. I love it. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit. This is perfect for giving a very soft, natural highlight. This is not going to be shimmery or glittery, but it is going to give your skin a tiny bit of lightness. So all I do is just kind of pinch this brush and just sweep this on my cheekbones. This brush is honestly so versatile. You don't need to have a million brushes to get a nice look. And this brush is only $3, so you're getting so much value out of it. I'm just highlighting on all the places I normally highlight, like down my face and on my cheekbones. All that highlighting does is basically just bring a little bit of light to your face and just make the features stand out. Moving on to eyebrows, I know not everybody wants to do eyebrows, but since it is such a big trend, I thought I would just show you. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. This is only $3 at Ulta and Target, so honestly this is perfect for a beginner, for someone who is kind of on a low budget, and you're not sacrificing the product because it is incredible. All I do is just slightly brush my eyebrow. It's like you're combing your eyebrow, but it's applying the product. As long as you can just comb through a brow, you should be completely okay. This doesn't apply too much or too little. I think it's a perfect amount if you just want a nice natural looking brow, but to have something a little bit more defined. When I first started doing my eyebrows, I did not know what to do, and that resulted in craziness, literally slugs on my face. So this is perfect if you're a beginner and you don't really know what brows on fleek truly means. So that is it for the eyebrows. I love this product. It has little fibers in it, it's a colored gel, and it's honestly perfect. It keeps your eyebrows in place while looking a little bit more defined than they were before. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is in the shade Bad to the Bronze. I am trying to use this product up this year, so that's why I'm including it, but it also is a nice product. So all you need is just a finger and an eyelid. So just gently press some of this on your lid. It's a nice champagne brown shade. And I love how easy this is. Like, all you need to do is just swipe this on your eyelid. It's so simple. You can totally just stop there, but if you do want to add a little bit of eyeshadow, I recommend the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips in Brown Eyes. I have the other one in Pop Brown Eyes. I do not recommend that one, but this one is incredible. So all I do is just take the e.l.f. smudge brush. This is $1. You can use any brush that looks like this. You can use a sponge tip. You can do anything, honestly. It's not like, oh my god, Brooke is using this, I need this. Buy anything you want, and you can use some of these techniques with any product, honestly. So I'm going in with this third shade down, tapping off the excess, and just pressing this on the lid again. Just because you don't have brown eyes, that does not mean you can't buy this or you can't wear this at all. As long as you like the shades, that is completely fine. So all it did was just kind of set down that product. It doesn't look too different, I don't think, but it just made sure that the cream won't budge at all throughout the day. If you wanted to go in and get a little bit more dimension or add a little bit extra, you could use maybe this brown shade right here or the bottom brown shade. But I'm probably going to go in with the second one to the bottom, just because the bottom one is super intense, and sometimes you don't really want that for school. You could also go in with a bronzer for this part. All I'm doing with this e.l.f. Professional Blending Brush is just going in the crease, which is the part where it's like you can push back right underneath a bone in your eye and just swipe back and forth. Don't put too much on this brush, but just enough. And all it did was just give your eyes a little bit of definition and a little bit of depth without being a smoky eye. So it's very nice and natural, but it does give a little bit more oomph to your look. Taking the first brush that we use, I'm just gonna go in with the shimmery white shade, tap it off, and put this in the inner corners. All this is doing is just adding a little bit of lightness to your eyes and making them look a lot more awake. If you wanted to highlight your brow bone, you totally could. I wouldn't really recommend any of the shades in the eye palette just because they're all super shimmery and I like a nice matte brow bone highlight, but you can use your highlighter, so it's perfect, and all you do is just kind of stamp it underneath. I have some options for liners. If you want, you can add a nice nude to your waterline to make you look super bright and awake. You can add this to your waterline or even your tight line to make your eyes look a little bit darker and more defined. You can use a liquid liner and maybe do a wing, or you could just do a nice line across your lash line. Honestly, you have a lot of options, or you don't have to do any of it. You could just stop here, you can stop 5 steps ago, you can stop at the end. It really doesn't matter. But for me personally, what I'm going to do is take this one and put this on my tight line, which is basically like the waterline kind of right here. So you'll see me do that, and then I'm putting this on my waterline, which is right here. And then I'm putting this just completely across my lashes. I love doing this when I have shadow on just because I feel like my eyes, personally at least, need the definition because sometimes I feel like my eyes can get lost. This is the L'Oreal Infallible, the Super Slim Liquid Liner. This is a fine liquid liner. I don't think this is my favorite, but it's definitely pretty good. And all I do is like just kind of stamp it across. You don't even have to like drag a line. You can just kind of stamp it. This is a very, very long tip, so it's very, very nice because you just have to stamp this like 3 times on your eye or something. Very simple. Start in the middle, stamp it, move over, stamp it. Sometimes I'll kind of drag out the line. And like I said, you totally could go in with the wing. I don't think I'm gonna do a wing, but if you wanted to and you know how and you think you rock it, go for it. But personally, for me and back to school, wings can sometimes mess up your eye makeup if they get crazy. So I just prefer not to do them. I'm going to be using the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal Liner in black and just kind of closing my eyes on the liner and just swiping it back and forth. And there you go, that's all you have to do. This is something that's like kind of freaky to do at first. So if you don't want to do this, you can totally skip this step. You already got a lot of definition if you lined your upper lash line, so that's okay. These eyeliners are honestly incredible. Once they set, they set. It's great. The liquid liner I use kind of does budge if you kind of rub it a little bit or something, so I wouldn't really recommend that if you have watery eyes, but if you don't touch your eyes, they don't really water, you should be okay. But these Rimmel liners don't budge at all. I love them. So this is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal in nude, and all I'm doing is just putting this on my waterline. The next step for me is curling lashes and putting on some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. Not my favorite, but it's decent, and this is an e.l.f. eyelash curler. I personally like to curl my lashes. I just think it kind of gives them a little bit of a lift. This mascara is great if you want length, but it's not the best for volume, so just keep that in mind and whatever you personally want. If you get any mascara on your lid like I just did, don't worry about it because you can always go in with a Q-tip once it's dry. There are the lashes on one eye. I'm going to do my other eye and I will be right back. Okay, so welcome to Brooke in the future. So I was really smart and I deleted the intro, the outro, and this last clip. So I'm doing it again. I did the exact same thing on my face as I just showed you, so don't have to worry about that. And honestly, the last step after applying the mascara is just doing the lips. This is the entire reason I am filming this little clip for this lipstick. Okay, my chair is really squeaky by the way, so don't mind that. But this is the Wet n Wild lipstick in Bare It All. I'm pretty sure my sticker fell off, so I don't know the name. I love these lipsticks because they are so affordable and they're pretty comfortable to wear. They are a nice matte formula. And after that, honestly, you are done. This is the entire look. I personally like to do lipstick over a gloss or like a liquid lipstick or something just because when this wears down, it wears down nice and evenly. It's not too uncomfortable. You could do a lip balm. I don't really like glosses personally. You can honestly do anything for the lips, but this is just what I chose. It's very nice and natural and super quick and easy to do. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. If you do this, please send it to me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I would love to see it. And yeah, bye guys!